Hello, this is going to be a reading for Libra. Hello, Libra. This is going to be a reading for March 2025, the end of March, eclipse season. Hello, Libra. I feel pretty good. What do we have for my beautiful Libras? For this crazy eclipse season, I'm going to do a collective Libra because this eclipse season is insane. You don't have much to worry about. All you have to do, all you ever have to worry about is, have you been fair? That's the only thing you ever have to worry about, Libra. If you haven't been fair, I always say it's always best for you to go back and make things right, you know. Saturn is exalted in Libra, so karma. There's going to be, like, Saturn is going to be in Aries for 3 years. So, ritual. Manifestation and false. I feel like somebody's trying to manifest something false off of you, Libra. It's not going to work. Not if you, like I just said, balance. This is a false document. Somebody's manifesting that some kind of false document go through, or maybe they're paying some sort of practitioner. Somebody's trying to get away with some kind of fraud. Priest. I don't like it. I think it's a dark priest. This could be like a brotherhood. You know, it'd have to be somebody with some kind of pull. Priest could be a cowboy, could be a somebody that, you know, refers to themselves as a cowboy or a knight. They're all the same. They represent the colonizer coming after the indigenous Americans, or indigenous everywhere, really. And not everybody is the same, you know. You just got to pay attention to who's repping what flag. And, you know, there's a lot of black people that are repping that colonizer flag. So it's really, balance and justice is so tricky right now, Libra. You got to really pay attention and really make sure that you're listening to your intuition and paying attention to your life, because again, Saturn is exalted in Libra. And you'll get that karma right away, like I do. I have Libra in my chart. Saturn is exalted in my chart. It's like, oh, great. Where my Libra is. So I don't get away with nothing. And I'm glad, because it keeps my slate clean. It's like having to stay balanced. Just like you guys. So if something's wrong, it's because you need to look back and see what's going on. Healer. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you're just a healer. You are a master at balancing, which is healing. Look at his hands. He's balancing, you know. You're a master at that, and somebody wants to take your energy so they can manifest some kind of false. It doesn't have to be a document. It could just really just be taking your heal. It could be taking your energy to heal themselves. Occupation and Ice King. You could be this Ice King. You could be a doctor. You could be somebody around you that's a doctor, priest, healer, manifestation. There's abuse here. There had to be something, because the only thing that's really here is this false. It's like maybe there's a false healer, you know, somebody here is a false healer. Some kind of brotherhood, something. I'm telling you, there's a bunch of men here too. Relationships. Really. One more for my Libra. Okay, message. And awakening. I definitely feel like someone's doing a ritual to manifest something false coming into fruition, or pushing through, or getting through. It could be something simple as just a signature. That's not simple, but you know what I mean. But it says document, info, agreement. Someone could be manifesting some kind of agreement. Somebody could be trying to get into some kind of priesthood. Maybe this is you. It says awakening though, Libra. I feel like you're going to destruction. You're awakening to some kind of... You're getting a message at the crown. You gotta listen to... The crown is the laws of your mother, like your moral law. The feminine laws. It's what I always talk about, people being loyal to the divine feminine energy, the mother energy, the natural, the earth. It's like having a natural healer and a doctor. You know, both of them serve their purpose, but it's so crazy because it's just like one of them wants to throw the other one out. One of them thinks that they're this and that and better. And that's how it seems to be with tech and nature. It's like nature loves tech. It embraces it, and it enjoys the perks that tech brings, but then it comes to a point where tech begins to like start judging nature, you know, and you know, trying to fix it in too much. It's giving me Virgo's reading. It's like being too detailed, and it starts to think of nature as inferior, and you know, I'm better than you, when really, if they work together, the healer and the doctor, it just would be better. But one's greedy, you know. This is incorporated. That's that stuff. It's like pimping. All this incorporated business taken away from the even the mom and pop stores and Walmarts and stuff like that. All of that is, when I talk about pimping, I'm talking about it's the energy. And it's Pazuzu, it's Zeus. It's Zeus. That's his energy. And sacrificing the kids and... Alright, let me just keep reading. I did a reading for you and it cut off, Libra, and I was so mad because it was so nice. It reminded me of that other reading I did. It was like you were taking, maybe you were like coming into something where you were meeting, the Ice King came out, and that's what's making me think of it. This is a whole different reading. I was supposed to do a whole different spread for you. And I mean, it just came out how it came out, so. But it was like, I don't know if you were taking in a child or adopting a child, or it was something that had to do with children, and you ended up meeting your match, you know, your soulmate. That's what came out. Through that, like you were both connected through a child that had been abused or something. So I don't know if one of you were a doctor, one of you were a detective or an officer or something like that. It's something like that. So I don't know if that's going to come out again. The abuse came out, the ritual came out, the Ice King, occupation came out. So we'll see. What do I have for Libra? What is this ritual and this awakening? I feel like you are awakening to a whole new world where a lot of us are, Libra. Where a lot of people didn't believe in magic, or a lot of people thought that, you know, well, I believe in Jesus or this and that, so magic can't touch me and stuff like that. A lot of people are going to be awakening to the spells that they've been under. And exactly who have been putting them under these spells. The Star. And wow, the Ace of Swords. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be awakening, especially these star energies, because these are the healers. Aquarius, Age of Aquarius as well. And this girl right here is the World card. So again, it's like a lot of people are going to be awakening to this, Libra. You are the healer. Balance is definitely about healing. You can't be healed if you're not balanced. Your strongest body is a balanced body. I always use the, you know, when you gotta balance your tires because you don't want your car to be like tripping. You know, it's not strong when it's teeter-tottering. Something can break, things can become misaligned, and the body is the same way. So there's some kind of truth coming out. You're awakening to something, to these Queen of Pentacles in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. These witches, witchcraft in high places, people that have a lot of money, trafficking. The Queen of Pentacles could be a child trafficker, someone who's using their, you know, a nurturing energy to hurt people and to get money by all means necessary. Pisces is hidden things happening under the moon. Dark feminine energy, Isis. Look, Justice in reverse. This is the Strength card because you guys are connected. I always say that sometimes the 8 is the 11 and the 11 is the 8 in some decks. And in this deck, Strength just happens to be on the Justice seat. It's in reverse though. So I feel like there has been, you know, since, you know, this isn't the person that's supposed to be on the Justice seat. So this isn't Libra. This is Leo. So it's almost like being able to be bought, because here we have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And Leo does have that lusty beast side to them. You know, they have to stay balanced. They're another sign of balance. That's why you guys are able to be interchangeable. You have to stay balanced with them. They can, it's either, you know, in the Bible, they reference demons as stalking lions. You know, lions that have they're the hunt, that look in their eye. They're ready to hunt. You can't set it off after that. They're gonna be like that until they get what they want, you know. But then there's the other side of the lion when he's not in that hunt, you know. It's very nurturing. It's about family and protective, and yeah, he's not that right now. He's a beast right now. These people are being covered by some kind of by the justice system even, maybe. And by people that aren't supposed to be in the justice system. They are corrupt. Absolutely. That's the word I'm looking for. What is the current energy? This has been the past. This is what you're realizing. Yeah, see, this is a manifesting false things with the justice in reverse. Wow. I mean, that's these witches manifesting through ritual. These priests, you know, these high priests and priestesses, they work together. It's society. It's through society, like I was saying, and they are against the real healers. We have the Emperor here. He's not in his seat. The Emperor is gone. This Emperor is this healer. Aries energy. Saturn is there. Rahu. Venus is up there too with Pisces. But they're in that north node, little, you know, that little sliver of the pie. Yeah, that little piece of that pie. Where Aries, all the planets, well, Saturn, where Saturn and the north node is, because Pisces, the north node is in Pisces, and Aries is right there, so Venus is right there, like dipping in between, back and forth. She went in retrograde back to Pisces. She's going to go back to Aries, so good thing Venus is going to be in that area. That's you, Libra. You're there to calm things down. You are. It's a lot of karma. And Aries is gone. He said, look, I'm out. I feel like he's gone healing. The Emperor is not in his chair. I feel like he feels like there is a mutiny. That's what it feels like. There's like a mutiny with the justice in reverse and all the witches and stuff. There's a mutiny on the ship, and the freaking Aries are smart. It's they ain't finna catch me slipping. Spiritual Aries, they need to relax for a minute because they're getting instructions. Aries is especially blessed right now. I think that you are too. I think that you're bringing in that little extra blessing for them too, because you're up there. That's your man. You know, that's your man, girl. It is, though. It's your man. I like you, Leos, though. Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is your energy. So yeah, Libra, that's what I'm saying. But you're not. That's what I like this. I feel like you're giving your love, but you're not giving anything tangible because you've been abused. And you have the divine feminine energy has definitely been abused. Some of us don't even know it, but we'll figure it out because we don't know that things have been all fucking topsy-turvy. But this is you coming out of hermit mode, baby. You know now that you've been abused. And that's why your cup runneth over. I feel like it's been very emotional. We're learning about a lot of people in our families and stuff. A lot of things that we thought were, you know, that we put our beliefs and trust in has been totally messing us up. And a lot of these cloaked men, stuff like that, we have that in our past with, you know, them trying to trap the bird and the, you know, it's like the caged bird kind of thing. and taking your money and stuff like that. And that's what's, I think that's what you're awakening to, the plight of the divine feminine, and us having to fight against these negative feminine energies, these imposters. Look, false. Using ritual to cloak themselves in your energy and stuff like that. It's right here. Is there another one? Okay. I don't know if I should tell. I am going to take it because it's you. But it's in the reverse. And this is the environment. It's the King of Cups. It's this. See, I feel like it's been real emotional. I feel like you have really had to. Gosh, Libra, it's heavy. I feel like you've really had to drop a lot of emotional baggage. Maybe you've been crying a lot. Maybe you realize you've been unjust. You've been pushing out these lies. Maybe that's why your abundance has been affected. I'm telling you, when Spirit does this to you, it's because of some shit. Look, when Spirit does this to you, it's because of this. That's why. And that is the only reason why. It's funny because it's like the Emperor is gone. And all of this water. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I said just your man. Maybe that's your masculine energy. Look, yeah, he's the beast I kept saying. Your masculine energy is in balance. It's not there. It's like your dark feminine energy has taken over. And I think that that's just something that they've been cultivating in the collective, which you're going to pick up if you're not paying attention, because you are about staying balanced with the people. Like, you want to be part of, you don't want to be above them or below them. You want to be right there with everybody. Everybody's good, you know? So it'll have you, if society is sick, then you're going to be sick, because you're trying to balance yourself according to everybody else. And that's why all of this is just like, I mean, if you could see why the whole mechanism is coming down, because it's just got to the point where the wheels are going to be bumping into each other and the cogs are going to be, it's there. It's there. It's already started doing that, we just haven't necessarily felt the big tower moment yet. Yeah, these people are narcissists. Somebody is a narcissist and they cannot move on to calmer waters. Somebody's doing this all in the open too, while you were in hermit mode. I feel like you were in hermit mode or something. Somebody was trying to abuse you without you even knowing or something like that. Maybe you weren't even there. People are fucking pieces of shit cowards. And other people are just fucking pieces of shit losers that like to see other cowards win. It's like a coward coalition. I feel like sorry. I mean, I know that I don't need to be. I feel so much more comfortable naked. When I have clothes on, I feel like I'm like too voluptuous or something. My nails are so pretty. Like champagne cat eye with the gold around it. Like the gold frame, they call it. It's so pretty, Libra. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Okay, so the challenge here. Oh, no. I want to pull some more for these. I should, but I'm not. Okay, give me one more. So these 3 people that you are working with, you're not working with some people anymore. You're not dealing with some people anymore. I think that you are this High Priestess, this Isis energy that can be Libra. I always say you guys represent that bionic woman a lot of times in mythology. The nurse, the nun, the teacher. So, again, it's this society group think tank that you've been in that you realize has been bringing destruction, and they have. It's about weather, climate control. I feel like your feelings aren't hurt anymore. I feel like you're pulling in that Libra, cut the swords. And like I said about Libras, y'all will be hurt about some shit, but you will still get it done. And that takes strength. That's why you're connected to that strength card. It's easy for people to do things, you know, when they don't care, you know. But it's hard when you care. It's hard to do the right thing when your heart is with the wrong thing. That's your thing. That's that thing that gives you, when you do that, that's the divine shining through you, Libra. That's what that is. That's one of your talents. And a talent is from God. That's why Beyonce was saying practice beats talent, because she was like challenging God. She knows that she ain't nothing but an AI. She's not Libra, I'm sorry. But I feel like you're coming off of this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you didn't know you were trafficking girls and kids and ritualistically sacrificing on Christmas into the devil. You didn't know that. Now you're going to use this information, this knowledge, which you know, and you're going to alchemize this. I feel like you know that going the justice way isn't. I feel like you know you gotta get in your magic bag and then go to the justice. There's some things you gotta alchemize first from all the things that have been done. And that's what I keep trying to say. It's like we've been watering these seeds for years, so they're trees now. You know, it's like we gotta water more new seeds for change, and it takes time, and we got to suffer the consequences for the things that we've watered and grown already. And here, this is giving me like you're doing some kind of alchemy on the things that have been grown already. Yes, here. And we have to figure out how to balance it out, because that's Libra. No matter what it is, it's got to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? It might be fucked up. It's all fucked up shit going on. But we got to keep it balanced, you know? Or else we're not going to be able to get through it. And that, again, that's Libra. That's your superpower. And I feel like that is the collective energy that you're bringing to, even what I was saying, how you are there with Venus, is there with Aries and Pisces. This Saturn is up there with, you know, it's just like a lot going on up there. A lot of karmic and temptation too. It's like tempting you to go off into the battle. Like, you don't know, you don't see the soldiers, or they're invisible. You know, it's like, oh my God, it's oh, this is gonna be, I'm telling you, and a lot of sacrifice. Today is a big sacrifice. It's crazy. Today is 10. Did that? Oh wow, yeah, it was that protester for the, was it tennis? What was it? The French lady. She said we had 1,000 something. I forgot the exact number. Days left. That's the 322 ritual. I did see that. I think I saw that Biden's lawyer died on March 22nd. So again, 322. They're doing rituals all the time. Look, ritual. I wasn't even looking at that with priest. Somebody is putting, okay. So yeah, these narcissists, they can't move on to calmer waters because you know everything and you've started working against them. I don't think that they know. I think that this is hidden. I think that you are hiding the fact that you are over this. I think that these people think, oh, Libra's heartbroken. Well, Libra is over here learning how to alchemize this shit. You're not going to be taken as a fool. You know, they don't know who they're fucking with. And that's another thing about you guys, how you'll get revengeful for justice. You know, like that is also one of your beautiful, beautiful aspects about yourself. Here, this is like the Four Swords. It's like the memorial. And again, the Six of Wands. This card right here, these people can't move on. This is a problem for them. Them not moving on to calmer waters, and people seeing their guilt. Something is being seen here, and I feel like it's because you are doing the alchemy. Because you're this world card, this healer. I think you are this high priestess. You just happen to know what's going on. Here we got this priest too. This is what's contributing to this challenge. The challenge is that somebody is not strong enough to face you. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? You're it's like you're in your element. You're Libra, and you're using what you know to bring justice. As like, it's giving me again like Kill Bill energy. You know, she was bringing justice. And it's like whoever you're being, I feel like she got the freaking moon in her hands. I don't think I've ever seen the magician have the damn moon in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, this is on some next level type of shit. I told you, like, the divine is like, this is giving me Aries too. That's funny, you guys are. I was like, Aries is like the chosen champion of the feminine, and I feel like, damn, like you are too. Like you're being given this power of this moon because of your knowledge and your willingness to bring revenge for not only the injustice that has been done, but tricking you. This is like the feminine. This is like what I've been talking about, Black women. This is beautiful. This is how we could get. This is bringing justice for them tricking you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Kill Bill. She worked for Bill. Bill was her lover, you know? Ooh, this is definitely giving me like Oshun and Shango. Because she's the black mamba, she's the red and black, she's the bumblebee, she's Oshun. And he's the bull, but like the devil, this bull. And there he is, he's in reverse. He can't, he can't, this priest. That's what this is. This is like a dark, dark high priest. And I could absolutely see that you would be with a dark, dark high priest because you're an Empress energy. So it's like wherever you find yourself, you just find yourself at the top of the chain, you know. You'll end up with the top daddy of the group or whatever. Just because you carry that Empress energy, it's like, you don't mean to be, you know, you're not looking for that. It's just where you end up because of your energy. So I definitely feel like this is your boo or something. Maybe you're a nurse and he's a priest. Or maybe you're a nun and a nurse. Maybe you guys work in a convent. Are you allowed to do that? I'm not sure. But it's something going on. I feel like you're going to get with this Ice King, though. I feel like you're going to end up getting with somebody else. So somebody's trying to sacrifice somebody here. I feel like you found out. This is the 8 of Cups. Again, it's like, look, you need to put these cups together. Because look at all this fucking water coming out of this. You need every last one of them cups to feel all this emotion. And you know what? You're going to be able to do something very special with that, I feel. Like I said, I had the last one was like you did something for the kids. Maybe you're going to take this overpouring of emotion and open up a some kind of healing center or intervention, like underground railroad, you know, intervention kind of thing. Because that's what it reminds me of. It's like a reverse underground railroad kind of thing. I think Georgia, Atlanta, is so much going on in Atlanta with that. That's where they need to look. But with the trafficking, I think everybody's there. That shit, I feel like Atlanta is gonna fall in the ground like Atlantis did. I saw it in a dream. That's an evil, evil place. Strength. And this is you on the strength card. I accidentally went too far. It's the Empress on the strength card. So again, it's just funny how all of those energies really do go together. And I always say that I like you better with Leo. I do like you better with Leo. Because Aries is kind of spoiled. And I like you being spoiled. Leo, he'll spoil the shit out of you. Like have your ass on fucking diamond crusted fucking rims and shit. Leo is like big like that. And I feel like you're the Empress. I feel like, you know... You're supposed to be like that. Aquarius isn't like that. They're not flashy like that. I like them with us though, with Saggy. I think we would be like 2 goats bouncing in the damn forest and shit. And then go home to a very modern apartment or, you know, tiny house, but it's super modern and it looks spacious with all kind of shit that pulls out, like, you know, very innovative. Both. Like, we would have our mirrored home in the middle of the forest. That's perfect, I think. I would love that. And Aquarians are so, like, mystical and all about astrology. We'd probably know all of that. I like Aquarius. I like Leos, too, though. I think that I like you with Leo, though, because he'd have you on diamond-crusted fucking rims. I feel like you need that. I like Aries with Gemini. Aries are kind of bossy, too, and Gemini kind of needs someone to keep them in line, or else they'll get... Gemini needs someone to keep them in line. I like Geminis with you too, because you keep them in line pretty well with your little bossy asses. But yeah, I feel like you're putting these cups back together to hold water. I feel like you've been doing some shit with this man right here. That came out in the other reading too. It was like your karmic masculine was like trafficking kids and shit. And then you run into this Ice King who is like a police officer or something, and and you're part of the investigation, and then you start helping him, and there's one child that is in particular that he's drawn to, and then you feel it's like this big justice thing when it comes to kids. This is the Fool card in reverse and the Page of Swords. Somebody is watching, spying, lying. Who's that? Where'd that come from? Maybe it's these abusers. An Ice King. Maybe it's this priest. Somebody is very immature. Could be these traffickers that always have dogs guarding the cages that they keep those kids in and stuff. High Priestess in the reverse with the kid on it. Look at that shit. I told you were this High Priestess you didn't know, though. In the reverse with the little kid on it. I'm telling you, I ain't trying. It's doctors involved in this shit. Ice King gives me lawyer. There's a lawyer and a doctor here. Yeah, this is a ritual, a perpetual one with this 10. This is a blood sacrifice ritual that keeps on going. The X. Xmas, 10, the X. I'm telling you guys, it's a reason why all of this is like this, like that. The 10. This is about the vampire cult. And the 10. Somebody is stoic. This priest knows that he's been overdoing something. And he is not doing good with his health or his money. He can't move on to calmer waters. He's being very strategic. I think that he's very intelligent too, Libra. Somebody that you are with, but you know him. He can't beat you. You know him. You know him so well. You've been with him. One thing about you guys, when you love someone, you know them. You know how to nurture them. You know exactly, you make it your job to them to know exactly what they need to be nurtured, what they like, what, especially I feel like this is somebody you respected, and you're starting to see something here. Maybe they even had you doing some kind of blood thing. I did that in a past life. I was a High Priestess in a past life and did a blood oath with, that's how I know what the hell I'm talking about. With the damn twin flame, and he fucking betrayed me. So I know what I'm talking about. It's giving me that. And again, it's a ritual. It keeps happening. And it's happening to all of us. The Six of Cups in the reverse. This is a message about something that you were giving to in the past. Again, I think we already know what that is. You're giving to something in the past that you shouldn't have been given to. And you're finding out about this. And I feel like it's going to put you, look, strength. It's in the reverse though, Libra. But there again, there's you on the strength card appealing to the Sphinx. You're in a bad situation of some sort because you're not on your throne either. Neither you or the Emperor. I'm telling you, it's a mutiny here. You're up against all these witches and shit. The freaking Emperor might be the damn priest. I don't know. Maybe he looking for you because you gone too. You know, it's like, but you're with the strength in reverse now. I'm telling you, you gotta make this right. And that's how you're gonna bring your balance back and get your strength back. Look at this shit. Empress and the Death card. It's in the upright. Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Leo, Leo again, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra again, Virgo again, Aquarius, and all the fixed signs here with the World card. That's, we got all of them, though. Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Then we got Pisces and the Sun, Leo again. We got Aquarius and Aries here. I just want to pull... I feel like somebody's trying to get rid of you. They're trying to take your... Yeah, Ace of Cups. But, again, this is you. And it's like you're I feel like you got all these disguises. Because all of these are you. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, Libra. You are like a woman of many disguises. Maybe I need to stop talking about lace fronts right now. Bitches need to be able to switch it up for real. Look at all of these people you are. Libra, are you a detective? Are you Carmen Sandiego around this motherfucker? Look at all this. You are all of these women. You are the World and the fucking Star. You're the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. You're the Justice and the Strength. Literally, you're the Justice and the Queen of Swords. You are the Empress and the Death. And you're the Empress and the Strength card. Again. It's like all of these, and all of them are literally Libra except for this one and this one. But all of these are Libra cards. So even if you're just those 4 are, you know, you got 4 disguises, but I think you got these too, because again, I feel like this was you. I feel like you're going to go into an Empress position. Something about this energy has to die, though, I feel like. Yeah, I think that you did something with this blood sacrifice thing. You're going to have to go, you're going to have to go to the natives and get that shit healed, because it's vampire magic. And I have to get that shit cleaned off of you. And then you'll be back on your throne. You'll be like, it's death and rebirth. You'll be reborn as the Empress. That's where they want you. That's why you're going through all of this. Because you're not supposed to be on the Strength card. You know, you're the Empress now. The Strength card is Virgo. So a lot of things are imbalanced. People are where they're not supposed to be because of all the lies and things like that. So all of that is being fixed too. And this awakening is you. It's like Venus coming into this awakening. And Venus in this eclipse season has a lot of tough decisions to make. And I think that, look, the hangman in the world, I think it's in reverse. I feel like this is you having to make a lot of tough decisions based on how your world is going to move forward. And again, it's going to be about what I said is your superpower is that you will, if you still love something with all your heart and be like, look, you're wrong, I got to do the right thing. That's yours. That's when you're in your power. That's when a high vibing Libra, justice is first. Because you know that if you don't do it now, it's who knows when it's going to be able to come back up and be rectified. 2,000, 3,000 years, and it'll be an even bigger monster. You know that. So it's like now we're having a chance to rectify a lot of these things, and it's going to be some hard choices. And Venus is there to help. You're there to help, Libra. I think that you do need to bring a tough love aspect to whatever it is you got going on. You know, a sense of, in this life, people aren't going to run into people that give them the hard truth and make them grow and make them become better. And I feel like you are going to take that role as that person that I'm going to have to give you this hard truth and this hard, or not, again, it's hard decisions so that you can grow and become a good person, a better person. Because if I don't do it, who knows when it'll happen for you again, You gotta see it like that. But you got this. You're going to be in your Empress, and you got plenty of love coming. But you got a lot. You got Kill Bill, Black Mamba. Okay, that's one of your elements, though. You ain't no fucking joke when it comes to that. When it comes to, you're very protective, and when it comes to doing the right thing for the people you love, you're gun-ho, but now you got to do the right thing for the world. For the world. And maybe with this star card, maybe you have to go within to understand who the world is. Not your world, but the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got for you, Libra. It's so funny. Look at this. Their hair, the awakening, and the, I don't know. Sorry, my boobies. That's what I have for you, Libra, and I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you later. Ouch. Peace.